Hey guys, welcome back to Brighter Folks. Today we are taking a look at the Tesla Model 3's media player. Guys, I've brought up the media player, and right now what you're looking at is the Slacker radio app. So there are a few ways that you're going to get music into the car. One is through streaming, so basically you're going to be able to get music through the internet. You're going to be able to get music through FM radio or HD radio if it's available in your market, and through a USB stick that you can install in the USB port and listen to music off a hard drive. You can also listen to music from your Bluetooth enabled phone, so if you have any apps that you want to play through Bluetooth, that will also work. As you can see right now, I'm taking a look at the Slacker radio, and I have it to the top stations. So this would be easy enough that you can basically slide this up and have accessible to you the music that you would want to listen to. These are very popular categories, so most people that are listening to music through Slacker radio would be looking for these anyways, so that's why they're the top stations and easy to access while you're driving. Now if you want to dig a little bit deeper into the app, there's a DJ series, and you can also go to different types of music. So for example, if you're into alternative music, you can dig in further, and there's classic alternative, new wave, all sorts of other types of alternative music, and that takes a little bit more getting into, especially if you're driving, to bring up more content like this. It's kind of distracting, but it is there. So the Slacker radio is available for free with the car, but you can also pay for a premium subscription that lets you listen to music as many times as you want and find albums. The other way of listening to music is through TuneIn Radio. So TuneIn is a service on the internet that brings local radio stations from all over the world and broadcasts them to the internet. So if I wanted to go by location, I can actually go, like, say, Europe, and we're going to go listen to, I don't know, France, and then you can go by city. So if we want to listen to something from Paris, I guess, let's see, we would just go down, keep scrolling. There's a lot of cities in Paris, in France. Here's Paris, so we would find a station in Paris, all different types of music, and it kind of tells you what it is. So these are all streaming out of France. That's one way to get music in TuneIn. The other way to do it is, let me just go back here, by actual type of music that you like to listen to. So if you go by music type, so you're into dance and electronic, it brings up stations from all over the world that play dance and electronic. So pretty easy to use. There's a lot of stations that you can go through. They're free. There's no service charge for using this program, and you can even dig further into the dance subcategories here and listen to stations with specifics like dubstep, things like that. Now, the other nice thing with TuneIn Radio is the ability to listen to podcasts. So if we bring up the podcast, sorry, a truck is going by if you guys hear that in the background. If you look into podcasts, they have different categories of podcasts. So I like technology, I would bring that up, and you can listen to podcasts from your favorite podcasters. Now, keep in mind that if you leave the car, sometimes it resets the podcast back to the beginning, and you don't get to play it from where you left off when you come back into the car. So a workaround that I found was to press pause before I leave the car, or to sort of memorize which minute mark I was at before I left the car. It's happened a few times where it didn't resume from where I last was playing it, so I had to play around with ways to keep track of my podcasts, which is kind of a pain. I wish I would just keep the podcast at where it was before I left the car. So that's the TuneIn Radio app. Then obviously you have regular radio stations, and as you can see, there's the HD substations for the FM stations, and you can listen to those. And you also have USB, so you can pick your artists, the type of music, albums, or folders from what you've put on your USB device. So you can scroll through and you can find, if you like it into YouTube, then you have your songs in there, and you can just play that through the USB stick. It seems to work fine. I've had no issues playing music through USB. And then basically you can use your phone for Bluetooth, which if you have any apps available to you on the phone that you want to play through the car, you can also do that through your Bluetooth. So overall, this media player is very easy to use, and when you're driving, you kind of just slide that down, and you have this little bar across so that you can still see your navigation, and you would be able to move around this little box here and pick either recent, your favorites, or recents. So if there's anything that you were listening to recently, you can bring it up really quickly by just sliding these cards while you're driving. So that makes it kind of easy when you are in a driving situation that you can't really pay attention to the screen, but you want to quickly look at the album art and find the music you were listening to. So overall, this is a very easy media player to get through, to get used to. When you're driving, it's easy enough. It takes a little bit of practice, but you will get a handle of it. And I think that Tesla did a really good job putting together their media player in the Tesla Model 3. And it's one of my favorite apps in the car, and who doesn't love listening to music when you're on a road trip or out and about. So, tutorial about the Tesla Model 3 media player. If you have any questions on the media player or anything in the Tesla Model 3, leave it down in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to try to answer your questions. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're doing a few other tutorials on the Tesla Model 3 in the next little while, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, don't miss out on those ones. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back next time. See you guys.